Hello everyone, welcome to Data Acquisition with Chino. And today we'll be building a web a web product. So this is a web app, and we had actually started this together after our Google Cloud AI session. So this is the build session. So what we'll be doing is building web apps every week, and today's web app we had given we had given a prompt to we had given a prompt to Gemini. So and we had told it that we wanted to build a recipe app. So and it gave us back a markdown for that, and also give us a profile and context. So we copy that to Google AI Studio. We put in our prompt. So if everyone has, so you can even see right here what um AI Studio has done. It's also adding to our prompt. It's saying, so we can just use tab. Here it is added. The UI should be intuitive and visually appealing with a focus on showcasing African recipes. So that's part of it. But because we are working as data scientists and data analysts, we would focus on the part that has to do with the admin dashboard. So we can accept this by hitting tab. Then we can now tell it the admin dash dashboard. Okay, the admin dashboard, you just take tab and then go back to it. Admin dashboard should allow for metrics display and enable decision. So every product we will be building will be focusing on the admin dashboard for it. So you can see the admin dashboard should allow for metric display and enable decisions based on key performance indicators. So you can see it here already. So this is something that I hadn't seen before, but now it's visible. So every prompt I will be giving to Gemini for the data appreciation and the community build, where we have a common prompt and a common base prompt. So we have the first prompt to build this, then we have the base prompt, which gives us to us in Markdown. So I can just hit tab and then I can go ahead to tell it to build. So now Gemini AI Studio, Google AI Studio, which is building with Gemini, is going to give us options. So here we can you can see the features, but while I'm waiting for it to build the first part and give us the options for the product team. So I'm Yoruba, so my product team may be a bit colorful. So, but we want something that would marry with a recipe app. So that has to do with food. So food is also colorful. So let's see what team would go best. So we have the black one. So I try as much as possible to select my design early before. So I don't want too many pictures. Okay, come back at Diwali. So I think I'll just take this the dark, the sophisticated dark. So let's select this. So while it's generating that, so we can see on this side, um, the AI studio is working. So what one thing I always have interest for is the code. So it's giving us our metadata JSON file. So along the line, I'll be building metadata JSON file because I've come to realize that some some prompts are stronger through the MetaJSON method. So let's just have this as a shot. Okay, so trying to enable Firebase, so it has given us the question in Firebase. So let's have this here, and I tell you to enable Firebase. So remember, your products on Google SEO um are tied to your Google Cloud account. So that's very important to be aware of, because once I see the US West Central, I know it's tied to the location for resources on Google Cloud. So I enable Firebase, so that's running. So you can see that's initiated Firebase setup, and we have accepted the terms. So it has said here it will continue with the database schema and the paystack integration. So and the Niger flows that well. So the paystack integration requires, so if you come here, I hope I can, let's say, paystack integration and account creation. So let's see what it says. So create a paystack account for free by registering with your business name, email, and personal details. Submit the compliance documents to move to, so from starter to business registered account. So we had a challenge with that. So but we would stick to a bit of something a bit simple since we're doing the base app at the moment. So you can see here the paystack keys. It has taken it off. So the navigation bar is being built now. So I think I'll just giving us the full screen. So here we can see that the app is busy generating for us. So what I'm doing along the line is I'm making screenshots of particular progress. So as this build continues, I make screenshots of it. So you can see the Firebase blueprint JSON is completed. Implementing the core components now. So once this changes a bit, I take another screenshot because it's part of my documentation. So now the index CSS build is running, so it's completed it. So the pages authorization is going. You can see this is a new addition. So we're building the base app. So we had a prompt. I should have read the prompt out earlier, but because of time, so we have our files here. So the codes for the important files are here. So this is still being built. The changes are going to come to it. So we can also look at our preview. So it's still loading. So once the core features come on board, it will give us a preview. So sometimes it takes time to load while you switch between preview and code. So let's go back to code. So once up, we'll see our preview. So since this is running in the background, so I just said I didn't read it. So this is our core features to implement. We're implementing user authentication, login, sign up flow, email and social. We have the payment integration, we have the dashboard, we have the admin dashboard, we have search and filter, we have the base data, we have technical stack guidelines, we have output requirements, that's the architecture. So remember, the architecture is very, very important. We have the database schema, we have the React component code for recipe details. So remember, the app architecture is very important. So the moment you forget the app architecture, then you have a problem. So it's applying in our team. So once our team is applied, then we can get to see a preview. So Our index CSS is running. Okay, so our nav bar is running. Our recipe card, so you can see it right here. There were some changes here. So we're having progress with our build, and basically every application has um, similar files, but the architecture would allow you to build clean, allow you to also make your code readable by other engineers or others who need to look at it. So even though we are now in the agentic age, your architecture matters quite a lot. Two, it's number one. So wrong architecture gives you the wrong product. So whatever is being added here, you get to see it here. So you can see our source index CSS, you can see it here, you can see our app TSX, you can see it here. So whatever is here. So now we're coming to this. We should enter the environment variable to continue. That is pay stack public key. So we can just tell it to continue without the pay stack key. So here we have successfully applied our dark theme, and then the platform now features a professional high-end aesthetic tailored for premium exploration. So the editing is going on to our recipe detail, which is what you're seeing here. It's completed that. So it's analyzing any core issue. So always make sure you're always looking at this. So the request for the pay stack. So let's tell it to this. I said continue without key. This now says pay stack and Firebase functionality fully intact. So let's minimize this. It said I can now sign in and navigate to the premium recipe like a Ferrero. So let's go to the preview. So if you can't get a preview, so you can tell it I cannot see a preview. So let's tell it that. It's not diagnosing the preview failure while our preview is not up and running. Maybe my network. So let's check that switch. So at the other end, I've gotten an email that my project has been updated to a pay-as-you-go Blaze pricing plan. So So remember, your cloud billing is associated with your project because Firebase is integrated into Google Cloud. So let's see how it goes. So everyone has tried theirs out, and we're trying to get at the team. I'll be dropping the links to their own GitHub repositories for these builds because everyone has a different feel and look for their own product. So to change the name, once it finishes, I can change the name. So let's see. I've implemented a demo development mode for the implement system. You can now test the premium recipe unlocking. So we have mock verification. The backend server now detects if the keys are missing or placeholders. We have simulated UI integrations. So on the recipe detail page, if no paste query is found, the access premium account button transforms to a simulate unlock demo button, which is good. So we're clicking this simulate a successful payment flow, triggering the same state update in Firestore as a real payment route. So we added the visual indicator development mode simulated transaction to clarify that no real money is being charged. And we've improved navigation, fixing minor bug in the authentication redirect flow within the recipe page. So we can now sign in to a premium recipe. So you can see the preview is up and running. So let's see. So also general. So let's click on login. Let's use Google to log in. So you can see. I can tell it I had an issue with what I saw at the login page. It looks like an error message. So my favorite book is blank. So I'm logged in. I can see my profile picture here. My logout button is here. So let us see if I can change it to a tablet view. Okay, this is how it looks on the tablet view. So I want it's a free member. Let me see if I can what I have on the edit. So I can tell you that I want the edit profile button to be up and running. But before that, we'll go back to our mobile view. But I think the more it is a bit. So let's say I want to see the error message goes up. Also can capture that. Okay. So let's go back to let's rotate our mobile view. Still not what I want. So let's go to the current screen. Cover kitchen. So I think I would also want it to have so you can see the some of the buttons. So let's say navigation rail. So you can see the changes in real time. Navigation rail text under discover seems out of place. So you can just make it one edit. So you can see it here. You can see it here. So this is what we're talking about. This is it. So I want you to make a change. So let's say I want you to correct it. So we're making changes little by little. It has made some changes for us. So it's revisiting the layout. So much later we'll be connecting our Google AI Studio to anti-gravity and also to Google Stitch. So this is just telling us how to create something and towards one who is a data scientist. So let's just once it finishes, we can now log out and look at how it looks. So we also want our sidebar to be collapsible, and we also want it to add an AI bot for us, customer support bot. So you can see our error messages. It's still working. So we have four four versions so far. If you want to make any iteration, it gives you. So this is where we started from. So when I said I can't see a preview was the first. It's correcting this. So you can see it under the app TSX. That's what it's correcting. So it's now refining our user interface elements. You can see it here. So it's here under the app TSX. Okay, so it has made our changes. So you can tell us it's corrected navigation rail styling by refining the alignment and typography of labels. It has refined the vertical reading, adjusted the spacing between the icons using space Y1 to ensure that the text sits perfectly under each icon, which is what we're seeing here. Then it has improved typography, updated the label font sizes to text 10 px with a more balanced letter spacing for better legibility and more polished, sophisticated dark look. It has fixed infrastructure errors, added the missing settings icon import. So this is it. And then that's which was causing a potential crash. It has ensured that labels are perfectly centered with text center with full. So navigation rails should now feel balanced and integrated with the overall high end aesthetic of the app. So I don't want to log in yet. So that's not what the meaning of this U is. Let's edit this to be let's rename the app to be I know somewhere back in school we had a place called we had this on a general, we had popular name back then. Taki Taki was a medium for stuff, so we had California. So let's just say Taki Taki Ubo. Let's say Taki Ubo, so Taki Go. Let's say Taki Go, so it's more of let's save this. So these are our prompts. So we kept our prompts here. So let's save it. So let's tell it that I want the app name to be key, the key goal. It's one, two. Let's just make it one, two. I want the app admin section to be live, and then three. I want the web app to have a so we're going to bring up a chatbot on the landing page. Four, I want the I want you to suggest I want you to suggest other features for the app. So let's let's give it this. So if you come to the code, changes will be coming up. So let's see. It's considering the app renaming, so it's doing that for us. It's planning our logo and chatbot. So remember, planning is very important, just like architecture is part of planning. And once planning is done, the so we can see navigation is already having a change here earlier. So it's working already on some of the changes. Let's check our preview. Okay, we're having a chatbot coming up, so we can see it here already. So we can see on the home, we're having a change here. Wherever there's a change, we see the progress icon, the busy icon running. So now it's launching our admin dashboard. We're still working on the home TSX. Back on our admin dashboard. So I told you we want the admin dashboard to be live. There's editing items for us. So editing is going on. So everyone has their own app in the community, and just like I said earlier, I'll be tagging them on as collaborators on this video, so you can check them out later. So if we go to the files from our git ignore to our Firebase applet configuration, you can see our API keys. We have our Firebase blueprint. We have our Firestore rules. We have our index. We have our metadata JSON. We have our package lock JSON. We have our package JSON. We have our server TS. So let's see the changes that have been made. You can see the changes I've made already. Tactical. So let's see. Let's log in. Okay. So I think once we log in, we shouldn't have this. So it's still prominent. We should have what brought us here. So I think once we log in, we shouldn't be seeing. So our navigation rail should be on the side. So once we log in, navigation should be on the side. So let's see. So you can see has completed transformation of the platform, implemented the requested changes, platform rebranding, live admin dashboard, kitchen registry, real-time management, culinary registry, restoration. We have the recipe scribing, we have interactive analysis, we have AI chatbot, we have a personal to the landing page. So let's go to the landing page. Okay, you can see it. So now you can see the AI chatbot seems to be out of place. So if I make some, I probably want to test it out on a full page on its own. So we have suggested features for the future. We have the air-powered tribal meal plans. We have the market basket, culinary market plans. We have voice-guided rituals. So we can use admin dashboard to populate the platform with our favorite recipes, and OYA will be ready to help your users discover them. So OYA is our AI dashboard. Okay, so you can see here our particular price. Okay, so I think I can see a good, well, I can see something better now. So remember, you can publish. So let's get started to publish this. So the API uses Gemini keyboard. No, no. Let's pick build with AI. We have versions. We have secrets. Okay. The Gemini API billing we charge to Gemini API projects the secrets about. And the backup. Okay. So let's publish it up. It's building our app for preview. So publishing it. You can also push it to GitHub. So let's call it this was in here. So let's call it table Igbo. It's Igbo, but so African culinary app for recipe recipe guides. In private and public, so it's for the public. You can just create GitHub. So this is going on while our app is being. So I should have checked it up, but I can come back and publish again and add other features. Let's stage and commit all files. Okay, so the app has been published. So let's open it. So we have it. All this query is locked. Let us open. Let's see our discover chain. So you request how to log in. So let's log in. So I think we'd like to make this change. The user dashboard has so you can have the user dashboard. The name is too large. In cover. So you can make changes along the line. So basically, you can change this to also. So on the hero page, you can change this to your price. Create an image, tell it what we want, and it changes it. So thank you very much. So we'll be building another product next time, which will be suggested by the community. And we can see here we just had two errors, and we had every other thing built right. So remember, we want to see what you can build, and you can make a comment in the comment section. See you in the next video.